Hey, Danny here. I'm over to my garage. We're at it again. This is the 08 Jeep Compass. The wheel bearing I put in has failed as far as picking up its anti-skid. When I pulled it, I looked in here, and there's a massive amount of grease in here. It probably got built up enough underneath the pickup to shut it down. So I don't know what happened, whether there's a seal let go and the grease spit out. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull it. I had a 1-year warranty anyway with Advance, so we'll go ahead and get that down. Get a replacement for it. Put it back in again. Because without any skid, you don't have 4-wheel drive. You don't have cruise control. You just don't have a lot of stuff. So here we are. Got her back in the vise with a press. Wait a second now. Come on. Come on. That's about it. One more, maybe. And that's pressing down. All right. All right, she's now out of the turnbuckle. Now I got to get the bearing off of the spindle. Found that's like a 1/2-inch freaking bolt. I rounded down the head on it so it fits right inside that bearing. And then, of course, now I got my three finger pulley puller, and then hopefully they'll slide right out because it's fresh. It shouldn't be locked on there. So we'll see. Unfortunately, I've never figured out how to get the bearing off of there without the inner race coming off with it. Take a one of these and start pounding on it and get it to move. Because again, I just put this on there, so it's not going to be that hard. Okay, we're using the chisel. I was able to spread it just a little bit. Now I can get the teeth on it and it'll come right off now. All right, we're at the last little stage of this thing. All right, here we are. The race is off. The bolt worked good. I need to put an indentation in the dead center of that so that the middle of this thing here will sit in the middle and won't be walking around on the head. All right, back to Advance to get a new bearing. Well, wouldn't you know, I get down here and somebody bought that bearing from the other day. So now they got to send me another 20 miles. Or they can have it here in a couple hours. Well, by the time I drive all the way home, turn around and come all the way back, go all the way home, it's the same miles. So I'm heading 20 miles further to go get my bearing. All right, we're back. I'm going to go ahead and get this bearing put on here. For the second time. Make sure we got the bearing going in the right direction when we put it in here. All right, so here's your pickup right there. That's gonna go in. because it's got to be picking up. All right, we got her nice and seated
somehow
in there.
or other I lost the video of pressing that bearing in there.
Now.
Main highlights is not only making sure that the anti-skid ring is facing the right direction inside the steering knuckle, but when you're pressing that bearing into it, make sure you're pressing on the outside of the bearing. Now when you go to press the hub in, now you need to make sure that you're supporting the inside race. Because if you don't, you're going to shove that bearing apart and you're going to screw it up.
All right, I lined it up with the lower ball joint and then put my first bolt in.
To avoid pressing all that in and making mistakes, you can buy a steering knuckle with the bearing and the hub already installed. All you have to do is buy a new anti-skid cable, or if you can get the old one out, you can do that too.
Back in here. Didn't require that.
Another thing is to make sure the bearing is seated, because you're not going to be able to seat it by using the drive shaft. It will not work. You can tell if it was seated because you'd be putting the C-clip back in, which I did not do.
That's enough. Tighten it up. Like that. Pull those all together. That's going to 190 degrees. All right. Or 180 foot-pounds. We're going to have to probably check that later date. Yeah, I think so. All right. Beautiful. All right. Let's go ahead and get splines on that one. There's this one here. There you go. There are nuts on there. Those will pull themselves in. That. Okay. Well, that's good. Let's get tighten these up. 18, no, like 21s. I'll do that. Up on the floor. And I skid. Up in that hole. And I hope. And I hope, and I hope, and I hope I have my anti-skid back. No reason I'm changing this bearing again. Yeah, 13. Twenty-one. Hey. Well, I can see what the torque is. It's like 80 foot-pounds. Okay, where'd the nut go? My nose. All right. Okay, those are done. Looks like it's pretty freely. Plug that in. Alright, I need my bolt here. I have a bolt, but I got to get a nut for it because the nut is stripped off. You might have saw me do. Alright, so here's the bolt, but as you can see, the nut is shot. Alright, we're back to it. Got me a nut. An 18. Nice clean 18 this time. This back one, back one's a 15. There you go. All right. Get all those torque down here in a minute. I can do it right now. I like it. I like it. Hopefully that pickup's gonna respond. Everything's clean. Get some torque. Memorize anything, and that's my problem. Well, I can't memorize anything. I can't remember anything. I gotta freaking remember where I got it from. Alright, lower ball joint. Stabilizer, strap, tie rod, ball joint pinch. 60 foot. Yeah, because I had the problem with this puppy. I can't remember which one what it was. I've had a ball joint drop out, and I know I had it torqued. Yeah, I'm already there. We're already there. Used to be, they used to have little curves in it, so when the bolt went through, it would lock in that little moon cutout, lock down, you'd be good. There's no way it would come out. Now they just make them freaking, they're smooth. There's nothing for all the bolts going in. Again, it's just squeezing that. So if you don't have it tight enough, it's possible just to pop right out. All right, the steering knuckle to the spring. Strut 2 steering knuckle bolts, 81. I know they're up there. Don't have to worry about the back side because again those are splined. Right on it. All right. I'll have to get the big torque wrench to do that. It's 180 foot-pounds. All right. All right, we'll go with the lower ball. That's torque. That's torque. Now we're going to go ahead with your Mr. Tie rod in. $18. Oh, I got 11, 11, 11, 16, 11, 11, 16s there for the, so I thought I was using the 17, 15, just do 18, 21, 19, 18. Pull it up. Hit it once. Put your tie rod in. Tie rod in, jam knot. 55. Tie rod in to steering knuckle. Tie rod into steering knuckle nut. 97 foot-pounds. That's pretty doggone tight. Now, of course, when you do that, you need to make sure you gotta leave a hole. So you can put a or a quarter key. Yeah, it was just the next one up. Okay, we're gonna make sure we find we got a hole. Actually, just stare it, turns the turn out. I guess. I've got a whole line. We're still not 97. If I try and untighten it, it'll probably turn the steering wheel back. Well, Alright. Alright. Okay. So now, see if we can find a hole to put the car key through. You've been following me, you've seen me do this freaking couple hundred times. Hey, I got one. No. Oh, come on. I got a hole in there, but I don't know. Yeah. Woo! Beautiful. Okay. Now you can split it one way, split it the other way, or however you want to do it. As long as it's not going to come back out. The whole point is for it to lock your nut. Separate. Separated. There you go. There we go. Oh, come on. Yeah. I take one up over the top. Take the other one down. I don't have the long. Usually take the long one and put it up over the top, but it won't up being that way this time. Yeah, this one down. Alright, it's there. I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do this here, so that's up there. Alright, time to get the you want. Okay. Always hang your caliper. Hopefully Get back in there. Oh, come on. Come on. Alright. Turn my wheel out this way so it's not inconveniencing me. We gotta get this. The bolts in. Sometimes a good idea put nuts. Put your nuts up already on this thing. Alright, come on. Hey. Alright. Started that one, it was good. We're gonna top one. Those are 18. Well, 18, 19, 18. These are 90 foot-pounds. Alright. Which we just choose. 90, right? 90. We double check. Pretty sure they're 90 though. Back to the brake book. Brake section. Caliper mount. Guide bolts. Caliper mounting bracket bolts. 80. We got any in here? 18. Actually 18 short here. Alright. What you need a long arm. Alright. Take that back. Take my hose bag up with it. Happy. Oh, happy. I think. Alright. Yuck. Alright, let's go ahead and 32, right? You. Right here. Yeah, let's go get the big torque wrench. Get that to 180 foot-pounds. That's under drive line. Clutch and drive line. Questions. Clutch and drive line. Drive shaft, overdrive, center support. Drive axles. Drive axle hub, front. 180. 180 foot-pounds. escape. They want like 210 foot-pounds. Like, what? More. 0. 180. All right. That's just pulling that bearing back together. Which means it's going to true it up as well. Pulling the bearing in. There we go. Solid. More. More. It's almost there. I can feel it. All right, let's pull that bearing together. We'll come up a little bit, get the weight on that wheel. A little bit more. All right, still pulling it. It's pulling it nicely. It's smooth. Uh-oh. Be careful. I'm stripping that nut out. I hope. Something happened. Maybe I pulled the bearing together. Without. All right, here we are. Now what's going to tell is if we got the anti-skid is working. Oh, I forgot to. I gotta put that nut back in that I took out for the pickup tube. Ooh, there he is. Yep. I took it out, thinking I was going to have to pull it out. But, what are you doing? Upside down, dude. There we go. All right. Good enough. Plug that in, hopefully. Hopefully she's going to respond. Okay, we'll have alignment. Doggone it. Terrific. Huh. There's a lot more torque going that way. Hmm. Maybe that's enough. I know we're over the 100. Hey, there we go. Beautiful. It's enough to clear though. You never want to loosen something. All right. All right. There she is. Oh, a torque. Took that bearing. But... Okay. Here we go. Use it for the wheels. Okay, I believe that's it. Alright, I get my tools away, get the tire back on. I'll get that plugged in and we'll see where we are. Alright, I went to put the tire on. I went to check it for bearing tightness. And all of a sudden I'm getting this play. And I remember being taking it out the driver, I'm like, well, I wonder if my link is loose. Well, it's not. This hasn't even got maybe 8,000 miles on it, and this lower ball joint is gone. I can feel it. I can feel it rattling, and it's, dang it. This is all new. This is within, we've had it on the road within the last 10 months. The wife, the 2 daughters have been driving it, and I've probably got 8,000 miles on it since I got it done. But how loose that is. That's freaking nuts. I got the swing, I got the control arm with the bearing, with the bushing or tie rod end. Oh my God, I'm tired. Lower ball joint install on it. It all came together. I hope I did not get this from Axel. I won't be happy. It's a press in, press out. And that's not gonna affect that won't affect my anti-skid at the moment. Jeez Louise. If you don't have a way to do this yourself, it's costing a monthly payment. The Explorer has got a bad outer tie rod end. That has to be freaking... I gotta do that one. At least I got one. I got one with the inner. My life, I'll tell you, is just working on freaking family vehicles. I'm supposed to be freaking retired, being able to do other things. I'm glad I like working on vehicles. But finally got... The nitro is finally going the way it was, and first day, as you can watch, see how that is? Man, I need to make sure the tie rod, make sure the anti-skid is functional first, and I'll come back on that. I don't get it. Bearing's tight. Bearing's really tight. What is going on here? What the heck? I can't even move the wheel. What the? Okay, so what's going on here? Huh? What the heck's going on? What's doing the wheel? I don't get it. The brakes are holding up. Maybe. I don't think so. Oh no. I can't. What are you doing? I don't get it. What's going on?
Because I did not seat the bearing in the steering knuckle like I said earlier. And when you I tightened down the drive shaft nut, it was pulling that in against the back side of the shaft was being pulled in against the wall of the steering knuckle.
Where are you going, man? Put the wheel on and now it's too... Wheel is rotating. Maybe the wheel is pushing on the floor. Maybe that's the problem. Let's try again. Line my holes up. You ain't touching. What the? This is nuts. You tighten the nut up, it's gonna take that bearing right up on onto the shaft. Look at this freaking it. They hit something with it. I don't get it, I don't get it, I don't get it. When I torque the shaft nut all is to 180, the bearing won't move either. Alright, so I don't know if you're there. Alright, so our problem right now is it's not seated inside here. And when I go to torque it up to 180 foot-pounds, it's pushing it against this when it's tightening down. It's not tightening against the... it should be tightening against this in here. And it's not, because it's pushing against this as I'm tightening up. I was thinking it was going to pull it right up in there, pull it tight, would be done, but that ain't happening. All right. I pressed it in a little bit more. I haven't hurt that ring any. I'm freaking impressed. There's a little bit of crap right here I need to get off before I go ahead and do it, but she is seated all the way up now. So when I go to tighten that drive shaft on here, it's going to lock in on this. It's not going to be locking in on the outside of the freaking... It's not going to be locking in here. It was pushing on this because this was not all the way up here and seated. That has to be sitting in here once it's locked down. So there we are. Hopefully that takes care of everything, including my anti-skid. Okay, torqued her down to 180 where she needs to be. I think I got just a little bit of room to put one through when I do. Which is where she should be. Okay, and of course it's nice and loose. Oh my god. Alright, she's all back together again. All retorqued, all curry keyed. It's nice and loose. That is at 180 foot-pounds like it's supposed to be. And it wasn't, of course, it wasn't picking up the anti-skid when I checked it earlier because of the fact that it was too far away for the pickup. So hopefully you got it this time. All right, I'll go with that now. Oh, nuts. So that tells you that you're not going to be able to pull that bearing in with the drive shaft.
Because when you take that bearing out, you got to remember to take that C-clip out. And I didn't choose to put the C-clip back in, so I didn't press it completely in so I could put the C-clip in. And of course, that's how tight you want it, is so you could put a C-clip in it.
All right, let's see what we got. I unplugged it. Why? Oh, jeez. You gotta go in with your scanner and reset it. Okay. Come on. Let's read. Okay. Let's go. Okay. What are we doing? All right. Got it on. Let's see. I got nothing. Okay, everything was successful there. All right. Now we gotta go. I know. Okay, let's go back in. Reset everything. Okay. I gotta go into S. We gotta go to ABS. Oh. Alright, 78. I just put that in a minute ago. Is it automatic? Yes. Alright. I know my battery's getting low. Okay, talking about that front wheel sensor, which is correct. That's what we just did, is that whole bearing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to push our reset button. And then we're going to punch yes. And let's see. Says the race was successful, which you just came back. That's possible. Possible that freaking sensor is bad too. Reset. We'll take it for a ride real quick, see if we can get it to reset it. See if it'll pick up. Well, unfortunately, not success. Still have it. Still says it's the right. So maybe it's the harness. I'll have to see if I can change out the harness, but it is a son of a gun trying to get that sensor out of that steering knuckle. It's almost impossible without freaking destroying it. Well, I mean, which means I've got to yank it out, and then I've got to last time I had to do one, I had to drill it out, and it's not a pretty thing. I got to freaking pull that all apart again, and of course I got to do it anyway because the lower ball joint's shot. So we'll be doing them all together at the same time. So anyway, if you like, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share. We'll catch you on the next Dana's Garage, and this is Project Jeep